Hello, friends. While I was working on the video about the commitments made by Germany for Ukraine's defense in 2026, I found the statements of the Ukrainian ambassador in Berlin, who in an interview with Interfax said that the defenders now have more Gepards than there are cheetahs roaming free on the Serengeti plains. Well, I started to investigate, and wow, the ambassador is not wrong at all. This is because, as of January 2026, Ukraine has received at least 78 self-propelled anti-aircraft gun systems, Flak Panzer type, Gepard, and Cheetah, from multiple international donors. But what's interesting is that the number could reach up to 130 units if all the agreements are fully carried out. These Cold War platforms have demonstrated remarkable effectiveness against aerial threats flying over the airspace of the Ukrainian battlefield, especially Russian drones and cruise missiles. Let's get to the topic. Germany initially committed to delivering 30 Gepards in April 2022, and by March 2023, 34 Gepards had already been delivered. At that time, Berlin decided to commit to delivering another 45 additional units. Finally, the Teutons ended up delivering 55 operational Gepards retired from the Bundeswehr's stock. Given the good results of the system, the United States, in collaboration with Germany, decided to acquire 60 systems. Cheetah, which is the Dutch variant of the Gepard, had been sold to Jordan for $118.4 million. And after being delivered between 2013 and 2016, they remained stored for years, so they were in fairly acceptable condition when they were handed over to Rheinmetall to be fully repaired and put into operation. The first batch of these systems acquired by the United States arrived in Ukraine in June 2024, and deliveries continued until the batch was completed in the middle of the same year. At the same time, Germany kept looking for more available units and ended up negotiating the purchase of 15 Gepard systems from the Qatari army, which, after being repaired in April 2025 by Rheinmetall, were also transferred to Ukraine. If all the committed units had been delivered, the defenders would have a fleet of 130 Gepards and Cheetahs. Unfortunately, we don't know for sure because the final number is a military secret, but we can speculate. Damn, I can imagine how those 120 cats would look parading together on Victory Day in Kiev. It would be epic. So far, the Gepard has exceeded all expectations regarding its ability to defend Ukrainian airspace. The twin 35mm cannons, or Oerlikons, are capable of firing up to 1,100 rounds per minute, and they have proven highly effective against drones, particularly against the Shahed-type strategic attack munitions of Iranian design, which Mordor deploys daily in its attacks against Ukrainian cities. Gepard operators regularly report that to destroy a Shahed, they only need to use short bursts of 7 to 11 rounds, although engagements occur with an average use of 20 to 30 rounds per target when environmental conditions are adverse. The system has also proven highly effective against Russian cruise missiles, which usually fly very close to the ground to avoid the action of anti-aircraft missile batteries, making them susceptible to Manpads-type portable missiles, and of course to the German cats. With an effective range of 5 kilometers and an operational ceiling of up to 3 kilometers, the Gepard is especially suitable for protecting urban areas and critical infrastructure against threats flying at low and medium altitude. Recognizing the crucial importance of these systems in the Ukrainian air defense network, the Allies sought to secure the supply of ammunition. This was a problem since these were manufactured in Switzerland, which, true to its tradition, refused to sell them to Ukraine, despite the country fighting for its survival. To resolve the impasse, Norway donated a certain amount, while Rheinmetall got to work setting up a production plant for this ammunition. They achieved this goal in time, committing in July 2025 to deliver more than 200,000 rounds of 35mm anti-aircraft ammunition. So far, a total of approximately 680,000 rounds of this ammunition have been committed or delivered, enough to keep the entire fleet of 120 systems fully operational almost 6 times over, if all are deployed. And to ensure their operability, Germany is funding the production of 35mm ammunition, specifically to meet the needs of Ukraine's anti-aircraft forces. The resurgence of the Gepard in Ukrainian service makes it clear to us that its design, first used in the 1970s, is still relevant. Operationally against current threats, when it is used for air defense against unmanned platforms and helicopters, instead of fixed-wing aircraft. I'm certain what they'd do to a Russian Su-25 if it got within range of the Gepard. The ease of production, reliability, and proven combat effectiveness of the system have sparked renewed interest in these systems. SSPAC among NATO members and Germany and other countries are considering joint production agreements for new Gepard units in partnership with Ukraine. The combination of a coalition of more than 100 Gepards working together with other air defense systems such as the IRIS-T, NASAMS, Patriot, and Hawk systems provides Ukraine with a layered air defense architecture capable of dealing with virtually any type of threat at multiple altitudes and ranges. If you want to see additional content about the war in Ukraine, I invite you to visit our 2 new channels where we present information about the war in a different format. Don't forget to check them out. Remember to visit our Patreon, where for just $1 you'll have access to a large number of uncensored videos and documentaries. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel.